Hello there. So, what's stopping you from living the life of your dreams, from taking action in the direction of the dream that you want to achieve? What's stopping you from being the person that you know you're meant to be, stepping into your purpose and doing the things that you are meant to do, that you know you should do? What's stopping you from living that kind of life? It's fear, right? And we all know what fear is. It's an emotion. I'm afraid. It's an emotion that stops us um, from taking action or from it's a survival mechanism type of emotion. We are all hardwired, our brains are hardwired, we've evolved with fear in order to survive. It's to stop us from from getting into danger. But there's a difference between fear and anxiety. I watch Myron Goldman explain it that fear is an emotional response to a real and a present danger, whereas anxiety it produces the same kind of emotional response, but it's based on the stories that you are telling yourself in your mind about a future outcome that has not yet materialized. So there's a difference. Whereas fear, meaning there's a real and a present danger, like if a snake were to come out right now, I'll be scared. I'm scared of snake. So there's a real fear because snakes bite, right? They're poisonous animals. So there's a real fear. Even say you're on a safari and all of a sudden there's a lion, that will be a real fear because there's a real and a present danger. A lion is a predator. It can definitely harm you. So if you're scared, it's a real fear, and the response would be, fear causes you to either flee, fight, or freeze. So when you freeze because of the fear, it's there to protect you so that you are not eaten by a lion or you're not harmed by a snake or anything like that. Whereas with anxiety, on the other hand, it's when your mind is telling you stories or you are telling yourself stories in your head about a future event that has not yet even materialized, that it's not going to be good. So it's like, and it prevents you from taking action right now. So I'm making an example. Maybe you're supposed to go to an event and you need to fly to get there. Um, and then you're in your head, you're like, oh my gosh, maybe you're scared of flying and you're going to be creating stories. What if that plane crash? What if this happens? What if that happens? And all of those stories you put in your head are going to stop you from taking action, which is getting on a plane and going into that particular event and prevent you from living a full life, right? That's anxiety. um so I guess then the question is, how do you move then from fear or from that anxiety to the opposite so that you can live a full life, so that you can live your dreams? What's the opposite? The opposite of fear is faith. The opposite of fear is courage. And others will tell you that courage is not an absence of fear, but it's having fear, but deciding that I'm going to do it anyways because I understand what I need to do is more important. It's of higher value than perhaps maybe the fear that I have at the moment. Because think of this, you're not alone if you're afraid. All of us are afraid because fear it's a human emotion. So meaning all of us feel it. All of us feel it. But the difference between those who achieve their dreams and live their purpose driven lives and those who don't is what the ones who do, they have learned how to discipline themselves and do the thing even though they're afraid. If I can put it like that. They've mastered the art of courage. They've mastered how to build courage and how to build faith. And the question is, how do you build faith? How do you build courage so that you can live and take action right now and be the person that you're supposed to be? Walk in your destiny, walk in your purpose, do the things that are small steps, because it's about the small steps that you need to take that are moving you in the direction of your desired reality, of your purpose. What should you do? I think it's Dean Graziosi who talks about the two wolves within you, and that the one that succeeds is the one that you feed. Meaning, are you feeding your faith or are you feeding your fear in life? Because you have to feed faith, and that's where the Bible comes in. Um, is it Joshua chapter 1 verses 9 that says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and be of good courage. Do not be discouraged. Do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you everywhere you go. So that understanding that the Lord your God is with you everywhere you go. Remember, who is God? Your higher mindset, your higher self, the source of all universe, the source of life, the source of everything that exists is within you. And when you have that awareness, that conscious awareness that God, who is the author of all things, the creator of the heavens and the earth, is within me, He gives me wisdom, gives me guidance. And therefore, if I tap into God, I don't have to walk in fear. I can walk in faith so that I live my desired reality. Let's make an example, or take the story of Moses. Moses, God had a plan for his life. He asked him to go free the children of Israel from Pharaoh, right? Moses at the time was like, hey, Lord, how could you say I must do this? I can't even talk. I stutter. Who am I going to say sent me? Blah, 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 blah. But he came up with all sort of things trying to say he's afraid to walk in his divine purpose. He's afraid to do this very thing that God wants him to do, right? And yeah, God has a pep talk with him. Don't be afraid. I'm with you. Tell them I'm the great I am. I'm with you everywhere. Eventually, it's like, okay, fine. Aaron will be your spokesperson. I'm going to send Aaron to be your spokesperson. So you do this. Right. So, what are we learning from that? I'm just trying to show you that even Moses, when he had to do something incredible, right? To lead an entire nation out of bondage from a very strong ruler, he was afraid. So, meaning, even what you need to be doing in your life, I don't know what it is that you have to achieve, because God speaks to you personally and directly with the desires that He's placed in you. I don't know what it is that you're meant to achieve. But I'm just saying that you're also going to be afraid to take the first step. You're also going to be afraid, just like Moses was. But then feed your faith, because faith is what's going to cause you to have confidence to move in the direction. And progress is important. Progress is the driving force. So if you're making progress with the small action and you're moving in faith, you're going to be happy with yourself. You're going to be happy with your life. So then the answer to how you move from fear to faith is, what do you put your attention on? What do you put your attention on? If your attention is on faith, you will start to have more faith in your life. If your attention is on fear, you will start to have more fear in your life. It will paralyze you and you will not move. So facts, which is what we come across in life, they are neutral. They are neither positive nor negative. In fact, they carry both the charge, the positive and the negative aspect of a fact. And the question is, what are you going to focus on? Which is your framing, your focus. If you focus on the negative aspects of the fact, it causes you to have fear, it stops you from moving. But if you focus on the positive aspects of the fact, it gives you confidence, courage, and you can move in faith. So it's about having that understanding that you're going to have to train yourself to focus on the positive aspects of facts, so that you move with faith and you move with courage. And yes, it's going to take time, but it's a muscle that you must train yourself. And when you see yourself making progress, it's exhilarating, it's exciting. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. That maybe make a commitment to yourself that from today, what can I do today since I've heard this message? From today, I'm going to make it a point that I feed my faith. From today, I'm going to make it a point that I pay attention to the positive aspects of the facts. That today, I'm going to make it a point that I make that step and take that small step of courage in the direction of my desire. Small step. And I'm going to be kind to myself as I take those steps. And you'll be amazed at the progress that you'll make. And that's it from me today. I hope this video has helped you. And if it has, give it a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share it with your friends and leave me a comment on the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning in, and goodbye for now.